Sup nerds, I'm CuppaJoey and welcome back to our second episode of Are the Cishets Okay? Because I've been having a look and I really don't think they're okay. Nobody, the blue-haired girl, I identify as a pumpkin. Oh, you see, this is hilarious because first of all, putting I identify as a pumpkin on a basketball is, clearly showing that trans people are like me. We're just lying about who we are. We come out, as one thing and then say that we identify as another, just for fun. Just because we like having, to go out and dealing with the frustration of having people misgender us and then go home and look in the mirror and wonder why things don't look the way you've always wanted to, and then, wondering if it's all worth it and having friends roll their eyes at you and huff about, oh, it's such a hassle to learn your new pronouns and all of that. It's great. It's just freaking great. We all do it because we really want, to be seen as fakes and liars. It's absolutely great. And the joke here is that trans people are liars, and that's what the joke is supposed to be like. Oh, you know how we're accepting trans people now? I think that's stupid. That's what this is all about. Also, the blue-haired girl, because all trans people have blue hair. Yeah, you heard it here, folks. Marge Simpson, trans. Millhouse, trans. James from Team Rocket, oh, you better believe he's trans. Cookie Monster, well, I hate to tell you. Cookie Monster's trans. You see, this is the bollocks. I'm sorry. I've never actually had blue hair. I've had pink hair. I've had all kinds, I've experimented with colours. I've never actually had blue hair. You know who has had blue hair? My cisgender freaking wife. I was going to go fiancé. We're getting married. But, she's cis and she has blue hair. And even so, what's wrong with blue hair? Blue hair looks cool. You know that we would all be rocking the Millhouse vibe if we could get away with it, okay? Get over it. Why do you hate people with blue hair so much, my god? Got a straight pride flag today. The blue represents man, pink woman, and the white stripe represents the purity of heterosexuality. Nobody tell him. Okay, right, you know what? There is no way that I don't believe that this is somebody who knows damn well what they're doing, and you know why? Because that flag is not ironed. And let's face it, if there's one thing us trans peoples love to do, it's not iron our freaking flags. Oh, from r/memes, because you know that they are gonna have the absolute top tier comedy. Mangoes, and then a feminist is like, why only mangoes? Why not women goes? Honestly, I don't really understand why this was on, Other Straights Okay. This doesn't really seem heterosexual. This just seems, blatantly misogynistic. Oh, get it? Cause feminism is bad, so let's just paint them as, really unreasonable, screaming people. No. But yeah, I don't really get why this was in that subreddit, but hey, I guess misogyny and homophobia go hand in hand. If Titanic sunk in 2019, sorry sir, women and children first. Oh, I'm trans. Oh, yeah, because people really care about us, as soon as we say we're trans, people really freaking respect us and give us everything we want. That's definitely how it works. We're definitely not for every single step of the way by assholes that make these kind of memes. Oh, it's so angry. Also, I don't know whose face is put on top of there, but I feel kind of sorry that they're being mocked, As if any of us would go, oh, I'm trans, and then they go, oh, my mistake, let me give you everything that you want. It's so difficult. Normally we get scoffs or, an eyebrow raise or, no. I've been outrightly told I'm wrong. When I go, oh, no, sorry, I'm a man, they'll just go, no, you're not. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but freaking excuse me? Also, the whole women and children first came from, really sexist ideas, Oh yeah, for all of that, oh, how come the men weren't saved or whatever. This whole women and children first of all, a lot of men did actually dress as women in order to try and get on the boat, so don't pretend that kind of crap didn't happen. But also, It comes from the old patriarchal idea that the man's legacy is important and therefore the women can go on and raise the children and that is his next generation, and it's all based on really unhealthy gender roles. So screw every single sentiment within this meme. Screw you, cream de la memes. Creme de la. You're crap. You are crap. That's not cream. That's like like when yogurt's been left in the fridge for like way too long, and then you get that horrible like little water on top, and like that's like gone rotten. That's what you are in terms of memes. You're not the creme de anything. There is no society that can survive without strong men. The East knows this. In the West, the steady feminization of our men at the same time that Marxism is being taught to our children is not a coincidence. This is an outright attack. Bring back manly men.
This is perfectly obvious. Anyone who pretends that it is not a referendum on masculinity for men's dumb floofy dresses is treating you as a full-on idiot. Facts and logic.
I hate Ben Shapiro. He's just a freaking fascist Kermit the Frog, All this over Harry Styles in a freaking dress. It's a dress. Get over it. It's not all for men to don floofy dresses. Well, if you really want to go on about that, go on about history and strong men, then you would know that the Highlanders, the kilt wearers, are incredibly masculine. Like, full-on big, strong men. Like, are the ones that classically wear the kilt. Also, when you're talking about what about in the East, talking about dresses, a lot of the robes that are traditional for hot climates have a dress style aesthetic. It's the long non-trouser thing going on because that's ideal and that's part of the culture. Also, if anybody has seen Bad Manners, I suggest that if anybody wants to see like the beautiful archetype manly man in a dress, then pause this video or wait till the end or whatever, but write it down. Watch Bad Manners perform the can-can. Bad Manners are a ska band in the UK, and Buster Bloodvessel is the lead, who is a great big fat bloke like me, and he gets up and he does the can-can in this massive dress, like big floofy can-can dress, and like it's freaking does like cartwheels. He's amazing. Like absolutely watch it. Bad Manners, the can-can. And, any song by Bad Manners is really good, I'm just gonna say that. But, look how upset they are just because Harry Styles decided to wear a dress. Like, freaking get over yourselves. It's a dress! It's a dress! For God's sake, it's just a dress! Oh, and of course, we got the follow-up. No Men in Dresses is not masculine. Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens versus Harry Styles on Twitter. I mean, I don't think that Harry Styles could be bothered to waste time arguing with you as to why he should be allowed to wear a dress. And literally, who cares if you don't find it masculine? Who cares if you don't like it? It's not about you. God. WTF is this? I'll keep my men toxic and masculine, thanks. Yes, because, all of the bad things that are happening to men that stop them from actually talking about their feelings and forcing themselves to be masculine and, ending up with a much higher suicide rate. It's a lot better than a dress, am I right, ladies? At least he's not wearing something frilly. Maybe perpetuating a cycle of abuse, but at least it's not a dress. I mean, really? How many times am I gonna have to freaking go on about Harry Styles in his dress, I swear? I mean, the only criticism I would have of it is that it's not the nicest dress, in my opinion, and even then, my opinion doesn't freaking matter, because it's his body, and it's his, well, it might not be his dress, it might be somebody who paid him to put that dress on, or a stylist dress, I don't know. The thing is that I wasn't involved in this decision, it has nothing to do with me, so who cares whether I like it or not? Making sure my little brother grows up straight. This is, like, all jokes aside, this is actually really, really disturbing and genuinely a little bit triggering. Like, the idea of trying to force young boys, like, look at him, he's a baby. The kid is a baby, okay? And this guy is trying to force a baby to sexualize women. Like, do we not see the issue with that? Like, and of all things, to, like, make sure it's not okay. Like, you're trying to enforce paedophilia just because you don't want them to not be straight. Like, do you not see the issue with that? Also, just, like, there's something that really, really deeply disturbs me and creeps me out about this incessant sexualization of children that you get among heterosexual people, right? Like, stuff like this, and oh, he's a little ladies' man, and oh, is that your boyfriend? Like, we would never dream of doing that because we know how damn uncomfortable it make. Like, even straight people, like, can you remember being a kid and, like, having a friend, and then people going, oh, you're gonna get married, and just feeling really uncomfortable with it? And also, that baby is learning, like, first of all, I mean, I would consider this abuse. The fact that he's trying to, force a sexuality upon a baby, what the hell? And two, what if that baby does turn out to be gay and has to go through all of this weird kind of conversion therapy type stuff? And then we get told that we're out trying to recruit people just because we want society to go, hey, you know what, people like me actually exist, so maybe try not to keep pretending that we don't. And then it's like, oh, you just want kids to be that way. And it's like, no, but I know what it's like to grow up as a queer kid, and I kind of want other queer kids to grow up without those negative experiences. Such as being forced to sexualize women when you're like a baby. And, like, I'm sorry, but they don't even look like full women anyway. They look like girls. I mean that looks like a teenage boy as well. But even so, that, like, this is just so deeply creepy. This makes me genuinely angry. Like, not just creeped out, but really angry. This is child abuse. This is child abuse, and I'm genuinely a little bit furious after looking at this. Targeted mug my mother-in-law sent me. To my dear son-in-law, I didn't give you the gift of life. I gave you my gorgeous daughter. Thank you for not sending her to the circus. I know how tempting that option is some days. Love, your mother-in-law. You know, for targeted ads, they're pretty generic, because you know what? I actually got this advertised to me as well. Because my partner was recently talking to her mother about getting a Christmas present for me. You know, similarly, I was talking to her about getting a Christmas present for my partner. You know, as my partner is Brazilian, so the in-laws live in Brazil, and therefore it's kind of easier for us to buy presents on behalf of someone and blah blah blah. Anyway, and then after she said, oh yeah, like, my mum's got you a present, I think you're gonna like it, I then saw this come up on Facebook, and I was like, did your mum get me this? Did you? Which, I mean, if I got that, I'm not even kidding, I would be happy, because it's so crap. Like, I really like really crappy, terrible things. Like, this is one of those... Oh, sorry about that little crash. Normally, if there's, like, a noise outside, I try and re-record, but I was way into the flow, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. It's just like those t-shirts that you get that goes, this t-shirt was bought for me by my husband. He was born in February, and he loves bears. He's a little crazy sometimes, but he will kill you if you look at my bum, and he bought me this shirt. Like, it's just like those ones, it's just a load of text, like, what's the lion there for? Like, the lion looks like it's just caught whiff of a particularly rancid fur, like, ah! Which, I mean, that would suit me, to be fair, if I got that. You might have seen on my page that I now have a Patreon. So for just £2, you will get exclusive access to my blooper reel with unseen bits that I haven't yet posted on this channel. And at the highest tier, you will get your name in credits at the end of my videos. Bearing in mind that I post a video 5 times a week, that's a lot of videos you're going to get your name in credits on. If not, a little like and a subscribe on my channel help a lot. Well, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, that's it for our second episode of Are the Cishets Okay? And I think that we can all agree that they don't seem that okay. This is just the tip of the iceberg of how much material there is, so expect a lot more of videos like this coming up. And as I say at the end of every episode, if you enjoy... Well, this wasn't really a subreddit, this was sort of sourced from subreddits and other places, but if you'd like to see more videos like this, then do let me know. Or if there are any subreddits that you'd like me to have a look at, just let me know in the comments as well. And until then, I'll see you all next time.